Hey everybody, I was just watching the watching the 450 class and listening to James and everybody talk about the difference between Lawrence and Sexton and how they're saying that Sexton always has to counterbalance and Lawrence keeps the bike under his body. So why is that? They didn't explain why. They said that's what's happening. Okay, well what's happening is you see when Sexton comes into a corner, he's a little bit off balance. He has a little bit more of a tuck to the hips, a tuck to the back. So he's locked up from the neck all the way to the hips. So if the upper body's going this direction, well, the head has to go the opposite direction to counterbalance it, right? You have to have counterbalance there when you lock yourself up. Something has to be on the other side to keep you in balance, right? But if you look at Jett, he's so straight back and hips out. So from his hips are moving, every vertebrae has movement to it because now it's in a straight line. So he has movement from his head all the way down to his hips. So when his lower body goes to the left, his upper body goes to the other side, and he can keep the bike underneath him. So he has that ability to move around like this instead of like the other guys, a little bit of Sexton. He's one of the best. But you get Ferrandis and other guys that start to hunch more, and you see more of this style where you see Jett more here because he's keeping the bike underneath him because he allows movement at his hips and he allows movement and stability through a straight spine because every vertebrae has movement, and that's when the core is the strongest, is when it's straight up and down. You never see him hunch. He's not a big arm guy. Yeah, coming in the corners, but when his arms, coming out of corners are a little bit down. But when you're solid, strong, balanced, and stable through the body, well, the arms aren't really that big of a deal. But if you are a kind of a huncher, well, then everything starts to come out here. So that's what you're seeing there. It's not anything else except their technique. And Sexton, to me, did make a difference this race with being a lot smoother in his corners, almost had a little bit more roll to him, a lot more roll, and always was focused on traction this time instead of just trying to beat Jett. You're going to have to outride Jett because you can see Jett doesn't make mistakes. And being in that position, that allows that ability to not make mistakes so much more than somebody that's always counterbalancing stuff or fixing little problems. So again, that straight back, the hips out, allows movement there to keep the bike underneath because you have movement from the hips all the way to the spine. You round or tuck just a little bit, you take the movement out from spine all the way to hips. So then now you're always counterbalancing it, and you're never, ever, ever, ever going to beat Jett Lawrence that way. I'm sorry, guys. If you do not change your technique, this guy's going to win every damn race unless he beats himself. But right now it doesn't look like he knows how to even do that. So thought I'd share that with you guys.